Good morning, guys. How you guys doing? Welcome to Daily Vacation Vlog Day number 11. What's going on? I just recorded an entire clip of me sitting here talking to the camera and talking to you guys, and then the camera turned off because it wasn't actually recording, so that was pretty awesome. This is the problem you have when you start vlogging this early in the morning. It is 9 a.m. 9:02 actually. I'm just working on today's videos, getting today's vlog uploaded. That'll be up in about 3 or 4 minutes. Was that 5 minutes? And then I'm running today's game video through Handbrake. I do that because the program I used to record in it records in AVI, and ScreenFlow doesn't support AVI for editing, and I edit using ScreenFlow all the game videos because it's just easier to lay the voiceover on top and line it all up and trim and so on and so forth. It's just easier, and the exported files export fairly quickly, and they still look pretty good, so I just use ScreenFlow for most of my video game editing. It's pretty simple and it works, and you know, why mess with it? Cool beans. So I'm doing that, and I'm just getting ready to finish doing those, and then we gotta head into the restaurant this morning and start banging on those projects that I was talking about before that I haven't actually gotten to yet, even though I've been on vacation for 11 days now. I still haven't got them finished yet. Handbrake's done though. And then I should get those done so that I can just forget about it and not have to worry about that stuff anymore. So there you go. We're going to finish editing this and start uploading the game video. And then we're going to head to work. I got to get dressed too though, because I'm still wearing my fancy flannel pajama pants. I didn't even get dressed yet, so I should get dressed before I go to work too, probably. Okay, cool beans. Today's vlog is up and live. Today's game video is edited and uploading. It's a scheduled upload though. It's not going to be live until about 3 o'clock this afternoon. The people who tend to watch the game videos are the younger demographic, being kids who are normally in school during the day. So I usually do scheduled uploads on those, so it'll go live around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, around the time I'm finishing school and going to be getting home shortly, and then it's got a better chance of getting viewed if it's near the top of their subscription box. So there you go. I'm a smart dude. I think about these things. Alright, cool beans. So let's get ourselves into the restaurant and start banging out some of this stuff we gotta do. The coffee is ready. Let's go ahead and start banging this stuff out so I can stop coming here. Cool beans. I don't really want to be here, but you know, sometimes this stuff's got to get done. Some of you guys have been like, Tone, it's not a vacation if you're still at work, dude. And you're right, it's not. But it is still technically a vacation. We're closing for, here's the thing, when we're closing for 5 weeks, that's a long time to go without a paycheck. Particularly when you're a cook like me. I don't make a ton of money. I'm not rolling in the Benjamins, so to speak. So I tend to volunteer to come in and do a few projects over, you know, the vacation when we're closed, and the boss gives me an extra week's pay. So you know, it helps out with vacation. That combined with my vacation pay. No, somebody else asked if I got vacation pay as well. Of course I do. I get vacation pay. So that combined with my vacation pay pretty much equals my regular pay. So basically I have the amount of money I would normally have if I was working. So it really makes no difference to my income, which makes vacation much more comfortable when I don't have to worry about money. So there you go. It's kind of cool. I volunteer to do it. It's not like the boss is making me come in here and do this stuff. I volunteer to do it. So, you know, there's that, right? And then it makes vacation easier because I don't really have to worry about money. Normally, I'll get it all done in the first week. If you guys go back and watch last year's vlogs, I had all this stuff done the first week we were closed. And then I spent the next 3, I think we closed for 4 weeks last year. So I spent the next 3 weeks after that not coming here and not having to worry about it. I just got a little lackadaisical about it this year. Particularly last week when I didn't really feel all that great. I was kind of tired and draggy and headachy and stuff like that, and I didn't really feel that great. So I was only here 1 day last week, and then I came in the day after that and spent about 4 hours and got the fan stuff done and so on and so forth. But again, I still wasn't feeling great that day. I'm feeling better now. So let's go ahead and bang this stuff out so
I can finish it and not have to keep coming back. Cool beans. That's basically why I come in and do it. It's just not because I have to, but because I volunteer to make a few extra bucks while holidays going on. So it's entirely voluntary. I'm not doing it because the boss is making me. So let's go ahead and start banging this stuff out and get it done. Alright, cool beans, stop for a break. But as you can see, this is a very arduous task of covering these shelves with some MacTac stuff. It has been interesting. It's taken significantly longer to do it than I thought. I shot a little time lapse there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It's very difficult to film here in the kitchen. The kitchen's really made for working, not so much for filming. Mainly cooking, not so much for filming. It was difficult to set a place to find a place to set the camera where you guys would be able to see what I was doing. So I got a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm still plugging away here, taking a break, and you know, seeing how things are going along here. And I'm really hoping to finish up this shelving crap today, so that I can paint around the shelves, like these things. The trim around the door. I'm not going to paint the whole kitchen. We're just going to touch things up and paint the trim around the doors and that shelf thing there and the doors on the cooler and stuff. We'll just paint those and touch those up. And we don't need to do the whole kitchen. So that'll be another day of painting and touching up. And then we should be pretty close to finished. We'll be able to go ahead and do the floor and stuff. And we should be pretty close to done. I think I got most of the major things done now. We're just polishing things up, getting the shelves and stuff covered, and so on and so forth. So maybe 2 more days, and we'll be done. I got this shelf all covered. It looks much better than it was. The top one was already covered with stuff, but this one was not. So we got that covered. Maybe I should have gone with a lighter color rather than the darker color, but I don't know. It works. I don't really care. It's good enough. Cool beans. We're going to paint these things too, like the things around the side of the cupboard and stuff. Just touch those up a little bit. Probably not even going to pull everything right off the shelf. I'm just going to touch up along the front of it and stuff like that, because inside it is fine. It's just the outside part that gets like scratched and stuff. And these poles down here, we're going to paint this too. I've already cleaned that, actually. It just needs to be painted. So, you know, it's just the wood, the paint doesn't last very long when you're scrubbing grease and stuff off of it all the time. Paint doesn't last very long. So there you go. We're just going to touch those up and that sort of thing. And that'll probably take most of sadly, that'll probably take most of another day, just because it takes a lot longer to do these things than you think it's going to. So I'm going to keep plugging away and hope to get out of here soon. I'm going to go to No Frills when we're done. Cool beans, we are done at the restaurant. I'm riding my bike while filming, and look at this. We can ride without going through snow. It's amazing. Alright, we made it to No Frills, and it's food stuff time. You guys know I love my foodstuffs. Picking up a few extra things today. Because Tristan and I are planning on making a video for you guys. And we're going to need a few things to make that. It's another Cooking with Tone episode. It's going to be exciting. Finally getting this store down. I'm starting to remember where everything is now. We're busting along. We got a bunch of stuff in here. And we're getting most of the stuff we need. This is how the carts work, where you put the loonie in. You put a loonie in here, it's a Canadian dollar. Our Canadian dollars are coins. You put a loonie in there, and then it unlocks this lock thing here that's in there. It's in here. And then you can pull it out and you take your card. When you take it back, you use the card ahead of you, put this lock in here, and then it releases your loonie. And you get your loonie back. You see, kind of a thing? Stick that in there. Your loonie comes out there, pretty much. Cool beans. You cannot lift this around here and stick this back in here and try and cheat to get your loonie back, because as you can see, it's not long enough. You can try, but it won't work. Cool beans, got our groceries, and now it's time to head home and get something to eat and see what's going on in his house. I'm the king of everything.
You're the king of both.
Maybe. Perhaps. Mom just made me do a balance test. And apparently I failed epically. She's like, stand, normally with your feet together and close your eyes and lift your right leg. No one walks around with their eyes closed. That's what I say. I can do it just fine with my eyes open, see?
That's not how you're supposed to do it, though.
It's just fine with my eyes open. Not so great with my eyes closed, but no one walks around with their eyes closed. And if they do, they're going to get hit by a truck. Or a car, which I've already done twice.
I do.
And I'd rather not do that again. Listen here, young lady. Are you telling me you walk around with your eyes closed?
Yeah. If you look forward and then you close your eyes, it doesn't. You can.
You'll walk into something eventually. You have to open them.
Well, yeah,
at some point.
Every once in a while, you open them, but.
Every once in a while, like every 5 kilometers, or?
Oh, 5 kilometers.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh, it's not?
That's not what I meant.
Oh,
I want this top hat.
I see.
I want to be fancy.
Is that why you walk around with your eyes closed? Because you want to be fancy?
I'm so
It's just
fancy. Already know.
Okay, let it go.
Let it go.
Do you want to build a snowman?
No.
It's too bad the snow's melting. You can't build a snowman anymore.
Mwah.
Don't you feel terrible now? I don't. I'm really happy it's melting. I'm very happy it's melting, so I don't feel terrible. No. Back home again, and apparently Trista wants to make burritos for dinner.
Burritos.
So we're gonna have some burritos for dinner.
Burrito.
And we might even film it, so look for that very soon in another exciting and action-packed adventure of Cooking with Tone, ... and Trista. Good news! The burritos are done. Cool beans. Trista and I filmed making them, so look forward to seeing that coming up in an upcoming episode. A little trouble spitting that one out, of Cooking with Tone and Trista. I think that's pretty much going to do it for today's video. I haven't heard from Scotty yet, so I don't know what we're doing tomorrow, if we're going to Owen Sound or if we're going to the restaurant to work. I'm not entirely sure. But I guess you guys will find out tomorrow. Cool beans. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Rock on.